This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is Home Talk USA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
Welcome, America. That's right. Along with my sidekick, Miss Rita Crompton. Hey, Rita, how you doing?
I am fine. How are you today?
Man, I tell you, Rita, before we get into our guests, I need to tell you our ratings and our Event America last week was a hit, and about talking to great inventors and really the technologies of the future. And so what you been doing all week? You just been kicking back and trying to get us some great guests?
Oh, are you kidding me? I've been working like crazy getting guests and sponsors lined up who can answer questions. It has been wonderful. And I think the big thing for our inventors is to understand that America invents.
That's right.
We are the innovators and always have been. So when we've got these, people on who are inventors in everyday life, it's great motivation and encouragement for the people out there who have ideas and say, oh, well, I'm not really an inventor. Yes, you are an inventor. And that's what we want to share with everybody is the resources and the excitement and give them then that courage and motivation to take the next step.
Well, I'll tell you what, our first guest is Derry Griffin. He's on the line right now. He's been a successful contractor for over 25 years. Hey, Mr. Griffin, you finally got off that ladder, huh?
I did, just for you guys.
I know. And after you finish, you're going to have to get back on that ladder because you are a contractor and you have to feed your family, so you're actually doing construction work. But let's jump right in this. You came up with an invention. What did you invent, though, Derry? Rita
calls me a serial inventor. I invent things every day in my mind, but I pulled the trigger on a few creations, and I'm in the process. I've just been issued one patent. I've got several patents pending, and they're all related to the construction industry, something that I know a little bit about.
And so, Derry, do you consider yourself an inventor?
I guess at this point, I need to consider myself an inventor, yes.
You are.
So, Derry,
I will accept that. Thank you.
So, Derry, you're taking your construction hat off, your contracting hat, now you're putting your inventor's hat, right?
I honestly believe a good contractor is already an inventor. It's
yeah, all right.
Exactly. So
I like that.
It's just a matter of becoming a formal inventor, a patented inventor.
Well, tell us about your products, man. I know I had a chance to meet you at the trade show, and you got some great products. Tell us about them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I invent tools that I imagine in my mind that if they existed, I would buy them, and they don't exist. So I decide, okay, I'll build it and play with it and see if it actually is a practical tool. And I think I've come up with a few practical ideas. And paintings type products, like I've got a spackle knife holster and I have a caulking gun holster, things that don't exist but I think are practical. And then I came up with a little device that's a retractable caulking cap. It attaches to caulk gun so you don't lose your cap. Simple little devices that I think would just make your life a little easier on the construction site.
And having been on that side of it where I was caulking and the caulk runs all over the place, a cap would have been a wonderful thing when I was getting my place ready to sell. And I think that's the one thing about so many of our inventors is that they're inventing on the job, like Derry does. He's out there on a ladder and think, wow, if I just had this. And, when he's got the holster, and now he can put his, caulking gun into a holster instead of trying to balance it on the top of a ladder. And so many inventors are like that. They're on a job, and they're thinking, if I just had this. And, it's been that way since we settled America, because if you didn't fix the wagon when you were crossing the country, you died. And so we have got this generations of inventors out there, and they're thriving. They just keep us, somebody is out there on the road or on the farm and on construction, and something breaks. And just like Derry, you come up with a better way of doing it.
Hopefully.
So, yeah. Derry, what advice do you have for other inventors?
I just be a little fearless and go for it. And it's not always going to work out, but you will never know unless you try. So for me, it's just it's bucket list stuff. It's like, this stuff has been rolling around my head forever. I'm like, finally, I met you, which made it a much easier pathway to actually do the whole patent process. So you have the whole team in place. So it's, if nothing else, satisfying. Will it make you rich? I don't know. It might. It might actually make you more comfortable, if nothing else. But at least you get that out of your system, if nothing else.
Well,
so.
And Derry, you said a good point there, and I'd like to maybe jump in here and tell our future inventors that might have that idea in their mind. But Derry, and I'm sure you agree with me. Hey, look, if you have it in your mind, grab a piece of paper and grab a pen and try to put it down on paper. Like, try to. I'm from old school that I think if you can write it and you can put it on a piece of paper, if you can go from a thought and get it on a piece of paper, that eventually, once you see it, then eventually it can be done. Wouldn't you agree with that, maybe?
Absolutely. Everything evolves from a thought in your head. And if you don't run with that, then, well, you lose that thought, possibly. I'm a very strong believer in that, and grabbing inspiration when it comes and just grabbing hold of it and try to do something with it. I think it's a very important process as a human.
Well, not only am I a contractor, as you know, everybody knows I am a performer, singer. I can sing. I had bands. I played music, and I got all these songs in my head. And it's so funny when I got that little theme or I got that little riff in my head. How many times I didn't have a piece of paper before iPhones came out, and I forgot about it. 30 seconds later. So the point is, grab that pen, grab a piece of paper. Hey, look, if you even got to take a pen, I hope you don't get no blood poison, but if you got to write it on your finger, you got to write it on your hand or something, have that idea or something, I think, I don't know, I might be wrong, but I would tend to believe just try to get it on a piece of paper. And then once you get it on a piece of paper, there's a whole bunch of really great experts that can really help you,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Derry, we're out of time. Derry, I just wanted to let America hear from you, a successful contractor for over 25 years. And what is your website? How can we learn more about your products, Derry?
Well, my website is basically it's an industrial website, but you can see little videos of my products in use at erininnovations.com. That's ERIN-innovations.com.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. I'm the Cajun contractor, Michael King, along with my sidekick, Miss Rita Crompton. We're going to be talking a little bit more about Invent America coming up at the next break, so stay with us right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live on the World Wide Web at HometalkUSA.com. Yay! Y'all come back now, you hear?
Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
Yay! Welcome back. Don't forget, check our website at HomeTalkUSA.com and InventorLady.com. Man, I tell you, Rita, that was a great guest, Derry Griffin. He's an exciting guy, and he's got some great products coming up the loop. But, hey, you got some announcements you want to make, right?
I do, Michael. Thank you. For anybody out there that is playing with the idea of taking a product from their mind to something that's three-dimensional, there are some resources that we want to mention. And the first one is the Inventor's Galaxy Guide. It's on the Inventor Lady website. It's free to download, takes about 30 minutes, walks through the steps and the phases, and gives price swings on what the different phases cost. Great resource. The other one is, our radio shows are not for call-ins, but people have questions. And so we've got Inventors Roundtable West, Inventors Roundtable Central, and Inventors Roundtable East. These are all virtual meetings. People can just go to my website, click on events or meetings, and be able to find then the local, information for their website. So we want to encourage people to join the meetings. Again, they're free, and you can ask questions. We don't have speakers. We allow all the inventors to ask questions. And then if you are out there and working on a product and you're ready to show off, we are going to the National Hardware Show. I will be taking 30 inventors with me. And we're looking for licensing deals, and everybody knows we're there. They come shopping in our space. You have been there, Michael, and done recordings there, and everybody has really enjoyed, the excitement that you bring with you when you're, coming over to the booth. But right now, I would like to go ahead and introduce our next guest, Ian Osborn. I've known Ian for a long time. He is one of those serial inventors. Most of the products that Ian invents have to do with the miniature LED lighting systems. He is absolutely brilliant. CEO and owner of Wild Ideas Light Company.
All right. Now, Ian, welcome to the show. This is Mr. King, and let me ask you this. You heard Rita. What have you invented?
I've invented multiple things. First, one of the greatest things that I've done is it's a miniature, what I'm going to call a puck light. It's 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch, and it fits inside of pretty much anything. We've mounted them in concrete for driveway lights, sides of walls. We've done under kitchen cabinetry. We currently have them installed in over 100 hospitals in the stainless steel deck systems for their cooking systems. If you ever go into a Taco Bell, you see the lights underneath the stainless steel shelves that shows off, what they're cooking food-wise so that they can see that they're prepping properly. So then I've done building wall packs. Instead of your conventional wall pack that fits on the side of an outdoor building, these are a double head rotatable, so you can have one washing down the wall and one facing out towards the property. So you're getting two bangs for $1.
So very cool. And Ian is always coming up with something new. But Ian, when did you consider yourself an inventor?
Probably when I was 12 years old. My dad and I invented a way to start go-karts and lawnmowers that were used for go-kart engines and mini bikes without a pull string. So we basically modified a drill and socket set and welded it all together, and we can basically start up a motor without having to deal with a pull string. And then
very
just
cool.
Over the years, keep going forward.
It's like I said, when the topic today is what or who is an inventor, everybody. It doesn't matter age. And wherever you are, you can come up with a better idea.
Yeah, and you're right. And but Ian, let me ask you this. Can you tell us a little bit more about your products, though? You have some that's on the market now?
Oh, yes. I've got, I call them the Big Guy Light Series. Those are the little teeny 3/4 inch pucks that mount into pretty much any surface that has 3/4 of an inch square of space. we've got our latest and greatest is a golf product that takes the glow-in-the-dark golf ball and it allows it to supercharge it in a specialized machine that can hold anywhere from 1 to 5,000 or more golf balls and charges them all within 90 seconds to beyond a standard brightness. They glow so brightly that you can actually swear the balls are oscillating inside of the box because they're just supercharged beyond anything you've ever seen before. It's pretty cool. So they use those in the golf industry for driving ranges, for target practice, and aiming for targets. And you can physically see the golf ball leave your tee and travel 400 yards or more if you can shoot that far. But you can watch the golf ball all the way till it hits the ground and rolls away. It is that bright.
It is so cool. So, Ian, what advice do you have for other inventors or other people who are thinking about taking the first step?
Don't give up. I mean, it's obviously you had the idea, you feel that there's a need for it. Do not give up. Be persistent. Be patient, because it does take time. And do your due diligence and make sure that you are not stepping in and infringing upon somebody else. And if you have a product that you've invented that is taking somebody else's product to another level, then that is a good thing, because it's all about new products and new levels of an old product, which is how most inventions are nowadays.
Now, you went to the Inventors Roundtable for years, and
Correct.
So now all of the Inventor Roundtable meetings are virtual. So anybody in a remote area, anywhere in the country, can log into one of our meetings and be able to ask the questions that you were able to ask 12 years ago.
Yes, and asking questions is a huge benefit to anyone and everyone. It allows you to ask questions that you may feel afraid of asking, and don't be afraid to ask, because no question is a wrong question, and no answer is going to be the same. That's the cool thing about inventing, is you're always coming up with new ideas and new concepts, and don't be afraid to ask, for help either.
And do your research, right, Ian? Just do your research. Just go out there.
Yep.
You got to go to the box stores or walk the aisles or go to a trade show. That's what you need to do. But, hey, we're out of time. Give us that website. How can we learn more about Ian Osborn and the owner of Wild Ideas Light Company?
Correct. It's wildideaslightcompany.com, www.wildideaslightco.com.
Well, on behalf of Rita and myself, we definitely want to thank you for being on Home Talk and in the Invent America series. Thank you, my buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Rita. Wow. It goes pretty quick, huh? A couple good guests, man. Anything for next week? Can you let the cat out of the bag? Do we have anything happening next week?
George Butler is going to be our inventor next week. He has invented some dog products, some better ways of hanging things outdoors for a homeowner. So very cool.
All right, Rita. Thank you again, Rita. Rita Crompton, the Inventor Lady. Check out her website. All right, I'm going to take a short break. Come back with another topic, another guest right here on Home Talk USA radio program. Yeah, y'all come back now, yeah?